Martha here, Vintage Conversation. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you will consider subscribing and liking the video. If you are a subscriber, I thank you for your continued support. A short little video here, and yes, it is late for today because I usually try to put something out on Tuesday and Thursday mornings, but it was busy this week. And as you can see, I've got a shelf full of fabric. and you know, my regulars will know that's very unusual. I never have fabric. But it was stuff I had bought in an auction lot. And I came across something in here that I wanted to share with you because it is a debate that we have every time we see a piece of needlework. Is it crewel or is it embroidery? So I found these Hazel's Handy Stitch guides for crewel and embroidery, and I wanted to show you something inside of these little books. Left hand does not work well. I don't know if right hand by itself will work or not. The older you get, the less dexterity you have. Okay, one more page. Where were these printed? Does it say 1977? Okay, so in 1977 they noted that traditional crewel is done with wool yarn on linen. Any fabric can be used if it is firmly woven and threads are easily separated as the needle passes through. Okay, so they're identifying crewel as wool yarn. And then on the embroidery, they talk about floss strands. Number of floss strands used depends on the weight of the fabric being used, the style of the design, and the stitches being used. Okay, let's see. Any fabric can be used if it is firmly woven and threads are easily separated as needle goes through. So they're defining the difference being floss for embroidery, which is the same thing you use for cross stitch, and wool yarn for crewel work. And then I thought, well, maybe the stitches are different. But if you turn to stitches, back stitch, laced back stitch, blanket stitch, and it just goes on and on with the same stitches. So the difference in crewel and embroidery, according to these guides, is simply the yarn. If it's a wool yarn, it is crewel, and if it is floss, then it is embroidery and cross stitch. So there you have it. What do you think? What have you been taught? Were you taught something completely different? Were you under a different understanding? I'd love to hear the differing thoughts, and if you have anything like these, send me a picture either to my email, avintageconversation@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram under Vintage Conversation and post it there, and let's see, because I'd love to hear, especially if there's you know, in print differing, you know, information on it. It would be interesting. So you guys let me know. Y'all have a great day, and I'll try to get you a vintage style video up for next Tuesday morning. Okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.